Welcome back, everyone. Now I'm going to be making a recipe I have been craving nonstop. It's kind of a lasagna slash eggplant parm. There's actually no lasagna noodles in the recipe. It's just layers of eggplant, homemade tomato sauce, cheeses. It's going to be delicious and it saves on carbs. So if you'd like to see how to make this, just keep watching. Here I have 3 freshly washed eggplants. I'm going to slice them up and grill them so we can have a little bit of a smoky charred flavor to our eggplant lasagna. I'm cutting these into about a centimeter thick slice each. Try to keep the slices as even as possible so that it will cook evenly all the way through. I have put a stovetop griddle onto medium heat and I have lightly sprayed with olive oil. I am going to put my rounds of eggplant right on there and let them char up a little bit. Alright, I have grilled all of my eggplants. Guys, does it get more perfect than that? So now I'm going to work on my tomato sauce. To start, I'm adding about 4 tablespoons of olive oil to the pan. I am going to be adding 1 diced white onion. I'm also adding 3 cloves of garlic. You want the heat high enough that the onions and garlic will sweat, but not brown. Some pepper, salt. In my hand, I have half a teaspoon of dried parsley and half a teaspoon of dried oregano. I have 1 good handful of fresh basil. I'm just going to kind of massage it through my fingers as I put it into the dish. You really want to let the oils come out of the herb. Now I'm going to be adding 2 cans of peeled plum tomatoes. Add just a pinch of sugar. Alright, I'm going to let this cook down for about 15 minutes. Leave the tomatoes whole until the 15 minutes are up, and then we're going to kind of smash them in with our spoon. This is a great time to let all of the flavors develop, which is why I added all of my herbs now instead of after. So put a lid on the pot, let it simmer, and this is a great time to clean up the mess I've made. The sauce has been cooking away for a good 15 minutes. I'm just going through now and kind of mashing the whole plum tomatoes down with my spoon. This really will give the sauce the correct texture and consistency. You can make the sauce as smooth or chunky as you'd like. I want to have quite a few chunks just because this is a meatless sauce, so I do not want to feel like I'm missing substance. So I'm going to keep the tomatoes a little chunky, but I definitely want to mash them down because they were completely whole. Hi guys, so I have cooked right into the nighttime. It is completely dark out, but that does not say much. It is only 4:30. I have my tomato sauce all reduced down. There's not too much liquid left. I have my grilled eggplant and I have an array of different cheeses that I'm going to be using to build my lasagna. So here I have my tomato sauce. I have my eggplant. I have Parmesan mixed with Italian breadcrumbs. I have chunks of shaved fresh Parmesan. I have ripped up pieces of some provolone that was left in our fridge. Normally I would not use this, but I figured might as well use it up. And I have a ball of buffalo mozzarella that we will be ripping up onto the top of the dish. So to start, I'm going to swap my wooden spoon for a slotted spoon. While I did reduce the sauce down to not have too much liquid, there's still a little bit left that I just do not want in my dish. So the first layer will be of red sauce. Now I am going to layer on one layer of eggplant. Just a very thin sprinkling. I'm just going to scatter a few pieces of my provolone and some shaved Parmesan. All right, next with more sauce. All right, now for the topping. For the final trick, I have some roasted red pepper flakes in a small ramekin. I'm going to be drizzling a little bit of olive oil and letting it sit just to kind of get infused with the spice, and I'm going to drizzle that on the top. Stir the oils and red pepper flakes together to infuse the oil. All right, now drizzle some of the oil. All right, I still have quite a few red peppers left in my ramekin. I've chosen not to add them to the top. I have quite a few. I don't know if you can see well enough, but I have quite a few of them already on the top of my lasagna. I don't want to overpower any of the other flavors. All right, guys, here it is unbaked. I'm going to cover it with foil and bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit in the oven for about 35 minutes, and then I'm going to remove the foil and let it bake for the last 10 minutes, so 45 minutes total. So it's nice and bubbly and golden brown on top. I can't wait for you guys to see it. My eggplant lasagna just came out of the oven. It is completely golden brown and bubbly. It looks absolutely delicious. I'm going to show you how I am going to plate my lasagna for dinner. Look at all that cheese, it's amazing. All right, so I have some chopped basil here that I'm going to sprinkle on my plate. I also made a balsamic reduction with balsamic vinegar and brown sugar. I boiled it until it reduced quite a bit and it thickened as it cooled. I'm just going to drizzle this on top of my lasagna. On the side, I'm just serving a very simple salad. I have a little bit of olive oil, the balsamic reduction sauce that I made, some shaved Parmesan, and candied pecans. That is absolutely it for this meal. It is the perfect cold weather and snow day treat. I hope you enjoy.